हेलो एवरीवन, वेलकम टू माय चैनल। आज हम लोग कैम्ब्रिज असिस्टेंट इंटरनेशनल एजुकेशन का पेपर सॉल्व करेंगे, 8th स्टैंडर्ड। राइट। सो वी आर सॉल्विंग द पेपर ऑफ 8th स्टैंडर्ड IGCSE. सो 8th IGCSE. Right. So we have to first write the name. Suppose I am writing my name, Manish Singh. Right. Center number you have to write, candidate number. So paper code for chemistry for 8th standard is this one, 062041. So this is the extended part of chemistry. Extended means whole syllabus. So it is of 1 hour 15 minutes. Right. So we have to use black and blue pen for writing the answer. So I will change into blue. Right. So don't erase anything. Now read the instruction below. So it is of total 80 marks, and marks will be shown in the bracket. So periodic table in the question paper given, right? So next point is we have to find the answer now. So you can see here, first question is name the process that is used to produce ammonia from nitrogen. Right, we are producing ammonia from nitrogen and hydrogen. So you just balance it. Here 2 we have to write, here 3. Right, so which process is used? This is called Haber process. So it is of 1 mark, so you have to write only Haber process. Right, now to separate nitrogen, right, nitrogen from liquid air, so which process is used? Tell me the answer. So to separate nitrogen from air liquid is, we use here fractional distillation. Fractional distillation. Right. Next question is to produce bromine from molten liquid bromide. Liquid bromide, lead bromide, PbBr, because valency is 2 for bromine and for ammonia it is -1, so it will be PbBr2. So we have to produce bromine gas, right? So we will use electrolysis. It is of 1 mark only, right? Next question is to separate undissolved solid from aqueous solution. Right, solution is there, so we have to separate the undissolved solid. Undissolved solid. So what will be the answer? Tell me. Right, from solid we have to separate from aqueous, so we use basically filtration. So filtration will be the answer to separate it out. It is of 1 mark. And next is to produce ammonia acid from protein. Ammonia acid is NH2, RNH2, right? And here we use C double bond OH. So instead of OH, we are using R C double bond O NH2. This will be ammonia acid. So how you produce ammonia acid from protein? Tell me the answer. So from protein, we can use hydrolysis. We use hydrolysis. No need of explanation. So protein is represented by R C double bond O NH2. So when we do hydrolysis, so it will be H plus and OH minus, right? So this is the minus, this is plus. So plus will attract OH group, right? And H will come here. So it will produce RC double bond O OH and NH3 will coming out. So this is your amino acid. So we use here and hydrolysis process, right? So E answer will be hydrolysis. So next question is to separate a mixture of amino acid. So for separating different types of amino acid, we use chromatography. So by this process, we can just separate the mixture of amino acid. So total in first we have solved 6 sub questions of first question. So there are total 6 marks. So we are getting 6 mark here. So now we'll solve the second question. So next question is second one. So complete the table, deduct the number of proton, electron and neutron in the magnesium, copper, identify the atom or ion presented by the final row. So magnesium symbol is Mg. So upper one is Z. Z means number of proton present in nucleus. It is also equal to electron. Upper part is called atomic mass. It is represented by A. So atomic mass is sum of proton plus neutron, right? So number of proton is given 12. So we have to find the number of electron. So in neutral atom, it is equal to proton only. So electron will be 12. So number of neutron will be how much? Atomic mass minus atomic number. So it will be how much? 25 minus 12. So it is equal to how much? 5 minus 2 is 3 and 2 minus 1 is 13. So it will be 13. Understood? So now look at here. In second question for copper, atomic number is given 29. So copper atomic number is 29 and mass is 65. So this is your A, this is your Z equal to P. So 2 electron is lost. So it is forming Cu 2 plus. So electron will be how much? 29 minus 2. So it will be how much? 27. So proton is 29 but number of electron will be 27. And number of neutron how much it will be? 65 minus 29 because A minus Z is there. So it will be how much? 5 minus 9 is 6. This will be 5. 5 minus 2 is 3. So it will be 36. It is already given, right? So this is the answer for copper. Now look here. So it is equal to proton and this is equal to electron. This is your neutron. So when we add proton and neutron, we get A. So how much A for X? It will be 17 plus 20. So it will be 37. So this is your X element. So this will be 37. And proton is equal to atomic number. So this is 17. So 17 represents chlorine. So this is your chlorine atom. And one electron is more here, right? So it will be Cl minus. So minus charge will be there. So this is anion. So this is the answer for second one. So it is of total 5 marks. Now look at the third question. Potassium react with chlorine, right, to form potassium chloride, KCl. So it is of 2 marks. So potassium symbol is K. Chlorine exists in chlorine form like gas Cl2. So it is forming potassium chloride KCl, right? So just balance it. So 1 potassium 1, chlorine is 2 here, so right here 2. So it will be 2. So 2K plus Cl2 producing 2KCl. So this is a chemical reaction for this one. It is of 2 marks. Just write up to this point only. So chlorine is present on the left hand side. Now second B is there. So look at the second question. Potassium chloride is an ionic compound. Complete the diagram to show the electron arrangement in the outer shell of the ions present in the potassium chloride. As we know, potassium atomic number is 19. So electronic distribution is 2, 8, 7. So outer electron containing 7 electrons, right? So 19 is there. So 2, 8, this is 10. Potassium is 19, right? So 2, 8, 8, 1. So third orbit also contain 8 and last one is 1. So you can see here. So in first orbit, 2 electrons are there. This is 1, this is 2. In second orbit, there is total 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. So pairing of 2 electron, 8 is there. So in third orbit, so total how many electrons are there? 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So charge will be here because potassium is losing 1 electrons from last orbit. So it will be K plus. So here plus charge will be there. And for chlorine, chlorine atomic number is 17. So 2, 8, 7. So when electron having 5, 6, 7 electrons in last orbit, it gains the electron. What it does? Gain of electron happens and it forms the anion. So anion is there and negative charge on anion. So it will contain minus charge. And last orbit gaining 8 electrons. So this is the first orbit of chlorine. So 2 electrons are there. Second orbit containing 8 electrons. So pairing of 2 is there. So 8 is there. So in last orbit total how many electrons are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this one electron coming from the potassium. So this will be plus cross and this will be dotted. So minus charge is there. So it is of 3 marks. So right up to this point. Next question is second, third, C. Molten potassium chloride undergo electrolysis, right? So state what is the mean by the term electrolysis. So what do you mean by electrolysis? Electrolysis means breakdown of ionic compound into aqueous solution, right? By passing of electricity is called electrolysis. Next question is name the product formed at the cathode. Cathode positive electrode means anode and negative electrode cathode when molten potassium chloride undergo electrolysis. So when it is breakdown, so it is forming K plus and Cl minus. So it is given anode is positive here. So here Cl minus will be attracted, right, in the form of Cl2 gas. And as cathode is negative, so it will attract K plus, right? So K plus is positive cation, right? Because as we know, negative charge will attract positive, right? So answer will be this. Next question is D. Concentrated aqueous potassium chloride undergo electrolysis, right? So write an ionic half reaction for the negative electrode, right? So this is cathode, right, of negative charge, so it will attract positive. So H plus electron get to form hydrogen gas. So 2 hydrogen is there, so right here 2 and 2, right? Okay, hydrogen gas will be forming on the left hand side. Name the product formed at the positive electrode. So we have to write the positive. So positive will attract negative. So Cl minus and Cl minus will form Cl2 gas on the positive electrode. Name the positive compound, potassium compound that remained in the solution after electrolysis. So third question of D is name the potassium compound that remained in the solution after electrolysis. So it will be potassium hydroxide. So this is the chemical formula and name will be potassium hydroxide. So right up to this point, then we'll solve next E. Now next question is E. Complete the dot and cross diagram to show the electron arrangement in a molecule of chlorine gas, right? So as we know, chlorine atomic number is 17. So 2, 8, 7. So last orbit 7 electrons are there. So it needs to gain 1 electron. Then it will form octet, right? So here total how many electrons are there? 6 electrons are as a lone pair. So this is the lone pair. 3 lone pairs are there. So this is 6 electrons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So one electron, right, which is shared, right? And this is another electron of this chlorine. So I will write this as a dot and this will be cross. So here another atom of chlorine is there. So pairing of electron is there. So three lone pair is there in chlorine. So this is the dot structure. So one electron is shared. If you want to show like this, you can share it. 7 electrons are there, in which three pair of lone pair is there, right? So this electron is shared by another atom of chlorine. So in this way it is completed its octet. So by sharing electron with another atom, it has completed its octet. In the similar manner, this atom also. So this is also completing its octet. So you can see in this way, one bond is there between these chlorine molecules. Now next question is, if melting point and boiling point of chlorine and potassium is given. So chlorine melting point is minus 101 degree Celsius and boiling point is minus 35, right? And potassium melting point is 770 and boiling point for this is 1500. So deduct the physical state of chlorine at minus 75 degree Celsius. Use the table to explain your answer. So minus 75 degree Celsius, it will be in liquid state. This is the liquid state, and explanation will be, so melting point will be below minus 75 degree Celsius and boiling point will be above of minus 75 degree Celsius, right? So this will be in the liquid state chlorine by the table. Now next question is, explain in terms of structure and bonding why potassium chloride has a much higher boiling point than chlorine, right? So type of particle held together by force of attraction. So potassium chloride. So this is the ionic bond. Due to the ionic bond, melting point and boiling point is high, right? So type of attraction between them. So there is a force of attraction. Force of attraction between the particles like chlorine molecules. Relative strength, what will be the strength? It will be weaker, right? Weaker force of attraction. Attraction of Cl2. So these are the three answer of these three questions of 3 marks. Right up to this point. Now look at the fourth question. Nitrogen tetraoxide decompose into nitrogen dioxide. Reversible reaction is this. So this is the colorless gas. This is brown gas, right? When dinitrogen tetraoxide decompose to form nitrogen dioxide. So colorless gas changes into bromine gas, right? A gas syringe contain a mixture of dinitrogen tetraoxide and nitrogen dioxide. Gas was sealed and heated. So you can see it. This is the sealed part. This is the plunger, right? So after reaching equilibrium, the gas was pale brown. So converted into pale brown. So this is the equilibrium part, mixture part of dinitrogen and dinitrogen tetraoxide, right? So first question is, state what is the mean by the term equilibrium, right? So equilibrium means rate of forward is is equal to rate of backward, or in another way we can write concentration concentration of reactant is equal to concentration of product. of product. Then this condition is called equilibrium condition. It is of 2 marks. Please write this one. Now next question is the plunger of the gas syringe in pushed in, right? So temperature doesn't change. The mixture of the initially turns darker, right? After a few seconds, the mixture turned lighter brown because of the equilibrium shift to the left side, right? Safe side. Because we are increasing here pressure, right? So explain why the mixture initially turned darker, right? So due to the brown color in large volume, right? So when we are increasing the pressure, so its volume is decreases. As we know, PV equal to K. So when we increasing pressure, volume will be reduced. So in a smaller volume, more NO2 is there, nitrogen dioxide is there. That's why it's converted into darker brown, right? Explain why the position of equilibrium shift to the left, right? Here more moles. So when we increasing the pressure, it shift to the lesser number of molecules, right? So write the answer. Explain why the initial turned darker due to increase in pressure, volume reduced or decreased, and more NO2 is there, right? Due to that. Explain why the position shift to the left. By increasing pressure, equilibrium shift to the left hand side. Equilibrium shift to left hand side. So this is the reason. So look at the next question. The forward reaction is endothermic, right? So state what will be the position of equilibrium when temperature of the mixture is increased, right? So when N2O4 dissociate into NO2, so this is endothermic reaction. When temperature is increased, so it will go in the forward reaction, right? Look at the second question. State what happened to the rate of forward and rate of backward when the temperature of the reaction is increased. The rate of forward is increased, so it will become faster after increasing the temperature, right? And rate of backward will be also faster when temperature is increased, right? So next question is fifth one. This question is about salts. Salts are insoluble in water made by precipitation, right? When salt is forming PPT, then it is insoluble in water. So lead iodide is insoluble in water. So this is the salt which is insoluble, right? Insoluble in water, H2O. So all nitrates are soluble in water. All salts, lead nitrates, this is lead nitrate, soluble in water. And all sodium salts are soluble in water. So sodium salt is there, sodium iodide. This is the salt. Describe how you do pure sample of lead iodide by PPT. So write your answer should include practical details, chemical equation for the precipitation, right? So first answer will be add water, right, in salt, right? Next will be dissolve salt. Third will be dissolve and dry. Dissolve and dry salt. Next will be write the reaction then. Suppose lead nitrate PbNO3 2 times, right, with sodium. So it will be sodium iodide, NaI, right? So this will be Na plus and this will be minus. This will be Pb2 plus, this will be 2NO3 minus. So exchange the ion now. So this is plus, go with this minus. So it formed PbI2 plus 2 times of NaNO3. Right. So this is the formation of salt which is insoluble in water. So this is the fourth step. So these are the answer for fifth A. Next question is nitrates decompose on heating. So when hydrogen zinc nitrate is heated, oxygen is given off. Right. Write the test for oxygen. So here we use, right, what we use, glint splint. So it is called glowing splints used for for identifying whether gas is flammable or not. Whether gas is flammable or not. So we use glowing splints, right? Next one is, what is the observation? So for observing we use relights, right? So what it means, when glowing split comes in contact with oxygen, that is called relights. Right. So this is the answer for B1. Next one is B2. So when zinc nitrate 6H2O decompose, it forms zinc oxide NO2 O2 plus 12H2O. So it will be 6 into 2. 6 into 2 is 12. So it will be 12H2O. So it will be zinc oxide ZNO. So it will be 2 zinc oxide. NO2 is how much? So it will be 2 into 2, 4. So it will be 4 NO2. Right. So this is the balancing reaction of this given equation.